Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are a student dreaming of getting an internship at Accenture, then this video is for you. Last year, I got selected for an Accenture internship, and in this video, I am going to share my complete journey from how I applied, what assessments I went through, the emails I received, the onboarding process, and everything that happened until I officially joined. On 17 December 2024, I received two emails from Accenture. The first email was about the Go for Gold program, which was a part of their internship selection process. It explained that we had to complete learning modules, quizzes, webinars, and earn XP points on the iAspire platform. They also mentioned that we need to reach the required gold level by 21st January to be considered for the internship process. The second email was an invitation to an open house connect scheduled for 20th December 2024. In the meeting, they first explained the complete timeline of the internship selection process. Before we could even participate in the selection process, we had to meet the eligibility criteria through the Go for Gold program. They explained how we need to complete the required learning activities and reach the gold level within the given deadline. As mentioned in the email, I started completing the courses available on the iAspire portal and kept participating in quizzes and learning activities to earn XP points. Before the original deadline, I successfully reached the gold level. But on 21st January 2025, I received another email from Accenture saying that the Go for Gold deadline had been extended to 31st January 2025. They also mentioned that the top 1000 students who reached the gold level by the new deadline would be prioritized for the internship assessments. So instead of stopping there, I continued learning on the iAspire platform, completed more courses, and earned even more XP points to improve my chances of getting selected. On 13th February 2025, I received an email from Accenture congratulating me on successfully reaching this milestone in the Go for Gold contest. In the same email, they also shared the next steps of the internship selection process, which included the assessment, virtual interview results, and finally the internship onboarding. Then, on the very next day, I received another email regarding the assessment readiness process. In this email, they asked me to install the Safe Exam Browser (SEB) and complete a mock assessment to ensure that my system was ready before the actual assessment. Unfortunately, I ran into a problem. My laptop's webcam wasn't working properly, so I could not complete the mock test. At that time, I assumed it was just a network issue and did not think much about it. So I decided to write the actual assessment from my college library, thinking the problem would be solved there. But when I tried to start the assessment, the exact same webcam issue appeared again. I did not know what to do. Immediately, I borrowed one of my friend's laptops and tried to log in again. Unfortunately, by the time I did that, the assessment window had already closed. At that moment, I genuinely felt that I had lost my opportunity to get the Accenture internship. Because of the webcam issue, I missed the first assessment, which is behavioral assessment and cognitive assessment. Fortunately, Accenture gave me another chance by rescheduling my assessment to 22nd February 2025. But unfortunately, I could not attend that assessment either because it clashed with my college mid-semester examinations. Thankfully, Accenture rescheduled my assessment once again, this time to 1st March. I did not want to miss this opportunity again, so I arranged another laptop beforehand and made sure everything was working properly. Completed all the necessary checks and went into the assessment fully prepared. In the behavioral assessment, I was given 50 questions with a time limit of 20 minutes. The questions were mainly based on workplace situations and behavioral choice. They were designed to understand your personality, decision making, teamwork, and how you would react in different professional scenarios. After completing the behavioral assessment, I moved on to the cognitive assessment, which was a gamified assessment and it consists of three sections. One is spaceship, in which there are three questions, and another one is doors and key puzzles. It is also contains three questions, and the last one is select bubbles. It contains 10 questions with 10 seconds for each question. I completed both assessments successfully and then waited for the next update from Accenture. After some time, I received an email from Accenture saying that I had successfully cleared both the cognitive assessment and behavioral assessment. The next step in the selection process was the technical assessment. In this round, I was given 40 questions to solve in 40 minutes. The questions covered topics such as computer networks, pseudocode, MS Office. To be honest, I was quite nervous when the assessment started. Because of that, I could not manage my time properly and ended up leaving around 10 questions unanswered. At that moment, I was convinced that I wouldn't clear the technical round. As soon as I submitted the assessment, I closed the assessment window and left. Later, I realized that this was actually a mistake. After the technical assessment, there is a coding assessment in the same session. You should never close the assessment window immediately after submitting the technical round. Instead, wait until you receive the result of the technical assessment. If you qualify, the coding round will automatically begin. Since I closed the window, I completely missed my coding assessment. Fortunately, I cleared the technical assessment, despite leaving a few questions unanswered. The coding assessment wasn't conducted immediately. It was scheduled separately on another day. I want to share this an important tip. Don't make the same mistake I did. After submitting any assessment, don't close the assessment window immediately unless you are sure the process is complete. A few days later, I received the email for the coding assessment. In this round, I was given two coding questions. The first question was relatively easy, while the second one was of medium difficulty. I chose Python as my programming language and successfully solved the questions within the given time. After submitting the assessment, I waited for the result and fortunately I received the good news that I had cleared the coding assessment as well. Then finally, on 18th March 2025, I received the email I had been waiting for. It was the invitation for my virtual interview. In the email, Accenture mentioned that the interview would be conducted completely online, so there was no need to travel to any interview location. They also asked me to log into their portal and select an interview slot based on my availability. I selected the 20th March 2025 10:20 a.m. interview slot and started preparing for the final round. Finally, the interview day arrived. After joining the interview link, I was placed in a waiting room because another candidate was already being interviewed. After waiting for a few minutes, it was finally my turn. The interviewer was a ma'am, and she first introduced herself and she also mentioned that she was joining from Hyderabad. After a brief introduction, she made me feel comfortable and started the interview. She first asked me to introduce myself. After that, she asked me which subject was my favorite during BTech and why. She also asked what my favorite subject was during my school days. Since my resume mentioned React, she asked me a few questions related to it. Then she noticed one of my hobbies, which was designing, and asked me an interesting question. When you are designing a poster, what do you think is more important, the design or the content? I shared my thoughts and explained my answer. Towards the end of the interview, she asked if I had any questions for her. I asked her which technologies Accenture is currently focusing on and working with. She explained a few things about it, and after that, we ended the interview on a positive note by thanking each other. Overall, the interview was friendly and conversational. It didn't feel like a stressful interrogation, and I was happy with how it went. Finally, on 28th March 2025, I received two emails from Accenture. The first email informed me that I had successfully cleared the interview round. Reading that email was a huge relief because it meant I had cleared every stage of the selection process. The second email was regarding document verification. Accenture asked me to log into their recruitment portal and upload all the required documents within 2 days, so that I immediately uploaded all the necessary documents and completed the verification process without any issues. On 19th April 2025, I received the best news. My college informed me that they had received an email from Accenture confirming that I had been selected for the internship. It was such a happy moment because after months of learning, multiple assessments, interview rounds, and all the waiting, I had finally achieved my goal. A few weeks later, on 9th May 2025, just 10 days before my onboarding, I officially received my offer letter along with the NDA form. A few days after that, Accenture shared my reporting location and work location details. My internship location was in Hyderabad, and with everything completed, I finally ready to begin my internship journey at Accenture. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gave you a clear understanding of the entire Accenture internship selection process and what to expect at each stage. In the next video, I will share my complete internship experience at Accenture, from the training and learning sessions to the projects I worked on.